Timmy Joe roast my rig! Yeah! What is up, people? My name's Timmy Joe, and I make videos about computers all up on the internet. Whose computers? Your computers. Yes, Timmy Joe roast my rig. Haven't done it in a while. Don't know if I'll do it for a while, but it doesn't mean you can't send me your weird, interesting, something that will entertain computer, you'll see from the ones we're going to check out, over to tjroastmyrig at gmail.com, and I will do this again eventually. I love looking at your computers. It's fun to go out there and check out what you guys are doing, because there's some funky stuff that you guys come up with, and you can send me your regular computer and I'll look at it, and if it's kind of interesting, maybe, as we'll see in just a second, there's one that a little bit out of the ordinary, but pretty normal. But I'm looking for the weird stuff. I built my computer out of a toaster, which someone did send me that, and then I realized they just put a motherboard in a toaster, and it was not. Yeah, so if you're the guy that sent me the motherboard and CPU in a toaster, that you didn't build it in there, you just put it in there, screw you. I'm just kidding. All right, let's check out what we have here today. Send me your rigs. Maybe we'll do this again sometime. It's always fun for me because I like looking at weird stuff. So this first one here is from Thomas, and he's talking about the Pusher thing. That's from a few episodes ago. It's some weird German thing or something like that. Anyways, yeah. So anyways, he has a really cool computer here. Not extremely crazy or out of the ordinary, but I thought it was a good mishmash of parts to kind of feature the first one here. So it's got a dual Xeon E5 2650 V2, 8 cores each, 3 gigahertz turbo. Kind of like this. Well, he says he's got a Chinese motherboard. Look forward to this on the channel. I'm waiting for another. There's Xeon E2620s in here. So that guy's little baby brother with 6 cores, but these are not overclockable. And this motherboard will certainly overclock. So we need to get some 1680 V3s, which I do have one of, but I'm waiting for another one to come in. 32 gigs of DDR3 ECC memory, GTX Titan X. Yeah, except for it doesn't work. And 500 gig Samsung Evo 860 SSD, 2 gigabyte Hitachi SSD, Empire Gaming, a Dark Witcher RGB case. So let's go ahead and check out his cool system. So this is, I like just the coolers that you chose for this. Obviously, for lower end Xeons, I would imagine they would still get kind of hot. I'd be actually sort of worried that those wouldn't be enough. Those are cheap Amazon specials. I know Cooler Master maybe makes a CPU cooler that looks like that. I don't think that's it though. And what I liked was it looked like 2 RGB eyes with a GeForce GTX smile here in this case. But he's got an odd mishmash of parts. X Predator 100 or 1000 watt power supply. You need a pretty powerful power supply. And these coolers and the Chinese motherboard, the ECC memory. It looks really good. And yeah, you know what? It's just kind of an average looking computer with not average parts in it. And that's why I thought it was having a good time. I even like the look at this case. It looks pretty good. Pretty good stuff. So thanks very much for sharing this with me, Captain Morgan. And you know what? It's cool that you got this PC all jimmied up and stuff. It's a pretty nice little PC. Now on to a little bit weirder. Boom. So Scott Alton. Dear Timmy Joe, I'm a big fan of your channel. Thank you. I'm a big fan of you. Got a AMD Ryzen 3600, an Noctua, an HD15, AOS GTX 1060, motherboard, things and stuff. A lot of, not really, too crazy of parts. Not out of the ordinary at all. But let's get into why I featured this. So that just looks like, kind of run-of-the-mill case. Who makes that case? Oh, I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Reason why I included this, we'll figure out who makes, and it might be an NZXT case, an older one, or maybe not. Do you see what's going on here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fans. 6, keep that in mind. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fans in this thing. Whoa. And if, those of you following along at home, it's not the amount of fans that's weird. It's that he's doubled them up. He's doubled them up. Why do you have double fans? What is with the double fans? There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm surprised there's not another fan hanging out the back of this thing. You doubling fans isn't going to do anything. It's going to make things worse, probably. You know, if they're not spinning at the same rate, I don't know. It depends on how you have it hooked up, I guess. I'm also, just like zip tying them together. It's like, I got all these extra fans. I was like, one day I should just try and put as many fans all together in one case as possible and make that a video. That is an idea. That's what sparked this. I don't know what case this is, but it kind of looks like he just, I don't know, it's together there. So I don't know. It might be an NZXT case. Does he say? Maybe he even says. Oh, NZXT fandom. I was right. Ha ha ha. So anyways, buddy, this is too many fans. It's just too many fans. You don't need to double fans up. That doesn't work any better that way. That is absolutely ridiculous. And I don't know. I thought it was funny. That's why we included it. Thanks, Scott. You have a good day with your system. Take some of those fans out of there. Sell them on Craigslist. Oh, God, this one's cool. You can even see it. Hello, Timmy Joe. My name is Josh, and I got a Compaq Presario sleeper gaming PC. It's completely working. Made it pretty cool side panel mod for it. Oh, yeah, this is pretty cool. And 16-year-old PC builder. You're 16 and you built this? You weren't alive when this damn computer was out. You were not, 16? You weren't. You were not alive when this came out. You were born in 2004. Oh my God, I'm so old. So this is a bit of nostalgia for me, and I really like this because this is the computer my mom bought after she had bought me like the more beigey looking one like the year before or a couple years before. And mine had like a 300 or 400 megahertz K6 in it. So that's an AMD processor, single core, of course. And hers had an 800 megahertz Celeron in it. And I went out of my way to disassemble her computer one day when she was at work, swap all the parts so that I had the better motherboard and CPU. And then I had to put everything back in this case. And the thing that did not fit was my Bigfoot hard drive. But there was like a slot behind that second CD-ROM, like it wasn't a second CD-ROM stock out of that computer. And I had to put the Bigfoot, it was a 5.25-inch giant hard drive in behind there. And I had to like jimmy rig it so that it would stay in there. And I broke the cover that was on the front of it, so it would like only stay in there half the time. And my mom would be like, why is this brand new computer falling apart? Why is this brand new computer extra slow? So this computer is very, very cool to me. You have even the SSD, which is, don't ever buy those ADATA SSDs. Those are like some of the worst SSDs, SU635. Be prepared for that to die on you. But otherwise, very cool stuff. It looks like maybe you're missing another stick of RAM. Maybe you should, I don't know, maybe I just can't see it. It's got one of those RGB coolers again too, but he's put a real power supply in there. Built a side window for it. Oh man, I want to build this thing. It's really exceedingly hard to find those Compaqs. They came in a bunch of different colors, and the monitor had like speakers that hung off the side of it. It like came with a monitor that kind of matched it. But this is a cool PC, dude. And for being 16, this blows me away. This is like one of my all-time favorite modders, like weird mod things that someone's done in here. And I got to give you super kudos, man. Joshua, you built a super cool computer here. i7 7700K GTX 1070. I definitely had that PC when I was a kid, or my mom did, 100%, and it brings back memories. Oh, memories. Moving on. All right, this one here, my 2013 DIY water-cooled PC. This is like, some pretty crappy specs here. It's Heitor Perez, and this is just something he did, and he pulled some old pictures from it. So it's not really worth showing, but I just want to show, look at his water-cooled tube. Is that a Chubby? Or wait, what? There's like a drink here in Canada when you're a kid that came in a ball thing like that. I think he actually said that was some sort of a car reservoir, but it looks like it's like a really gross, like sugar, corn syrup, red water juice that you're just hooking into some car rad with some sort of thing there. But unfortunately, like that's it for yeah, this is definitely a coolant level. And then he's got like some sort of off-brand JB Weld and some like some metal ties, and yeah, it's like some Amazon special for a block or something like that. And it honestly looks like you're putting like windshield washing fluid through there. I bet that's what that is, or maybe it's actually just propylene glycol like for a car. And I like how you're missing one fan for your rad, but that was all he had. Apparently that was the computer he was cooling. Something that does not need water cooling, but you can't blame your brother for trying. You can't. So that's the computer that he ended up putting in there with water cooling that was custom. And yeah, kudos for trying. So thanks, Hey Tor. That's a nice i3 gen, second gen. Have a GTS 450. Moving on. Oh man, this one's super cool. Nicholas, hello, I'm sending you my candidate for Roast My Rigs, a lightning fast HP 8300 USDT and an Intel i5 3475S, 12 gigs of RAM, weird ass MXM graphics card, AMD Radeon 7650A, 2 gigabyte. But look at this thing. It's a chip dispenser. He's even got little Twix bars and Fun Fruit in there. That is the coolest. Oh man, there's some really cool ones in this episode. So that, I don't know, man. Look at that. That looks really cool. He's got wood grain everywhere. Wood grain on the SSD and whatever. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is like a laptop board or something. That's what that weird GPU is. I got you. It's not a laptop, but it's like a small form factor with a weird laptop style graphics card on it. So this is super cool. And this is just people having fun for the sake of having fun. And it works out really nice. It looks like you would find that in some basement in some 80s laundromat or something. And you're hungry and then the chip goes, like the bag goes zzz, and it doesn't fall.
I'm gonna have to saw your arms off.
They'll grow back, right?
Oh, yeah.
Whew. And then you just like bang on it until the whole machine falls on you. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. So yeah, like it's really cool. 2 of these, man, really blowing me away. I really like this one. So thanks very much, Nicholas. This is damn cool. And I'll check out your Instagram. Check out his Instagram, unnamed.fetish. Not clicking that right now. Moving on. All right, Timmy Joe, Hometown Zero. Thanks very much for making these videos in these tough times. Thank you, sir. Before the whole worldwide pandemic, Optiplex. Okay, this is an Optiplex system. And it's like one of the really small form factors. I do IT work for a bunch of some car dealerships. That's the computers we have, is these really tiny Dells, and they're like crazy bare bones systems. And they don't have very good hardware in them, but it's hard to put a graphics card in them because you need a small form factor. Well, this guy took it upon himself, and he painted his desk red, and made some dragon. No, there's a little T-Rex right there. No, that's such a gross desk, buddy. So you see the Optiplex right there. And when we go over here, okay, that's a nice picture. Look in the insides. This is not your standard i5 35 whatever Optiplex. He put a Ryzen in here, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So we've got a Ryzen 7 in there with I'm pretty sure that's just an M-ATX board. X470M, yeah. And he's got a GTX 16 probably something in there, or a 1060. And he made it all fit in there, which blows my mind because these are very, very tiny systems. And I did not think that was possible. Obviously has a different power supply in it as well. So to go out of your way to fit all this stuff in here is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. These are very small systems, and it blows me away that you got a full-on Ryzen 1700 in there. Oh, 1650. There we go. That's super, super cool. So I give you super thumbs up, man. That's a really cool job he did. And, you know, it's not like cringy or nothing. It's like, I don't know, he's even got airflow coming into the CPU cooler and everything. Did you maintain the CD? Yeah, I probably did. Did you maintain the CD-ROM? I'd like to know. And I don't think that this card reader is stock either. So cool that you fit that in there. So another innovative, fun product made by one of Timmy Joe's viewers. So thank you very much, man. Pretty cool. Keep it sleazy and, you know, stay safe out there. Thank you for sending me your email. So it's a really cool system. Moving on. So here's one Roast My Rig front room Xbox PC. I love Xbox PCs. I need to get back in the trying to shove computers into things they're not supposed to be put in their game. But CPU i7, it's 4790. Got a Noctua low profile cooler in there. Zotac GTX 1650. We got 200 watt something Dell laptop charger. Really? Wow. Cool. What do you think this is? Well, it's an Xbox One. Or is it? It's actually like one of those tiny ones too. This kind of blew my mind. It's not the most clean execution by any means, but look what he managed to fit in there. There's an external graphics card in there. That is super cool. So he managed to fit all of that stuff inside of an Xbox One case, like one of the mini ones too. And he's got a Pico power supply in there that's powered by a laptop charger, and it's working, man. Can't believe he got that working. And then he cut out the bottom. Really good Dremel skills here, but I guess you won't be seeing that because the bottom. I like that you put some like window mesh in there, some window screen to get some GPU flow going there. But all in all, I mean, like the Dremel needs a little bit of help there. You got a barrel jack to input the power, but I'm impressed that you got all that fit in there. There's a dedicated GPU in that system, and that is not the big original Xbox One. That's the little tiny one, like the one that came later. So pretty cool stuff. I mean, it's barely bigger than this Asus router. He did a good job. So tons of innovation on this week's episode. So I gotta thank you very much, Colton. That's a really cool computer that you made, and you're inspiring me to want to put my own little baby computers inside a toaster. Moving on. All right, this is one of the last ones here. Albert Wesker. Now, I hope this isn't the Wesker from Resident Evil, because that guy's a bit of a dick. But, Jill, you could have been a Jill sandwich. That's Wesker, right? Hi, I know you're doing roast desktops, but I can tell you a thing about my roast my rig. Well, yeah, I don't care what it is. If it's cool, we'll make it happen. All right, so this guy took Asus gaming laptop with a Core i7 6700 HQ in it, and he water cooled it himself, and the GPU as well, instead of using the heat pipes that are in there. But then again, it looks kind of like he just put those blocks on top of the heat sinks, which is pretty weird. He also had to cut some of that bottom of his laptop out in order to gain access to this stuff and be able to tighten the worm gears. But, I mean, there's a little, separate thing he made for the pumps and the rads and stuff. And you know what? It's a 1070 might get kind of hot, a mobile GTX 1070, but a 6700 HQ wouldn't be that bad. But I'd imagine if you were actually directly cooling those components, you might get a little bit better temperatures. He said it dropped him from being in like the 90s down to like the 60s, which is pretty cool. But yeah, there's the green fluid heading into the laptop, basically turning it into a desktop, no longer portable. And then there's this little setup where there's glowing green fluid, because okay, I see. He actually cut the bottom of that laptop out and put a mesh barbecue grill in there. Pro cool, man. So we're using some propylene glycol in there, and then he's got some sort of a threaded rod tower of liquid hanging out beside his computer there at all times, which is pretty cool. So, I'll give you freaking 10 points for effort here, but the execution might not have been so, it defeats the purpose of having a laptop. Would have made more sense to maybe sell the laptop and bought some real computer components. You be sleazy. You keep making things. If you ever make another computer laptop, water-cooled machine, definitely let me know. Moving on. All right, so I watch your YouTube and I usually linger in the background. I've been modding for years, but I decided to mostly just keep this to myself as I do it for enjoyment. This is Zombie Killer, and or Andrew, I guess might be his name. But is this the computer I'm thinking? Yes, this is okay. So I just did a little bit of cleanup on this exact Alienware PC, and I've seen one of these before, but never in action. But this Alienware PC, does it say what it is? When you turn it on, motorized fins open up, and all the fans go. So this thing has like actual motorized like gates that open up and down depending on the airflow required. Pretty cool PC to begin with. Usually has a Sandy or Ivy Bridge 6-core, like higher end Core i7 in it. And I just cleaned up one of these for a client of mine. And then I saw this and I was like, that is freaking cool. So check this out. That is that Alienware Aurora R4 completely gutted out. and then replaced with complete water cooling deliciousness and a Dodge SRT emblem. And then he put all kinds of weird displays showing, I guess, the voltage from his power supply in the front of it. So all these fins open up when you turn the computer on. I don't know if he still maintained that or if but I thought that was a pretty cool mod. That is really interesting to see someone take like an OEM like Alienware's crazy weird case and reuse it on a modern system. I mean, he says what he's got for specs in here: a Threadripper 1920X. He's got 32 gigs of Corsair and NVIDIA Titan XP. You know, he's got some serious hardware in this thing, and then probably I'm gonna guess about $1,000 worth of water cooling parts, all jammed in here. It looks like that's an LCD even down there in the bottom. This thing's beautiful. It's really cool, and it makes me want to. I actually came across one of these exact Alienwares at a pawn shop like 6 months ago, and I was like this far away from buying it, but some of the plastic panels were missing and stuff. Well, we could have got away with that and just figured it out or done something with it. I don't know, but this is really cool. Replaced all of the CD-ROMs with some extra monitoring gear. You know, there's even a temperature control there, 22.6C at idle. That's pretty damn good, buddy. So really nice. Oh, and even, yeah, that looks really clean. The case looks like it was working well out to begin with. So it's a pretty cool chair you got there too. So all in all, man, you killed it with this thing. This is, except for that Compaq Presario or maybe the chip machine, this is the coolest one from today. It really is. It's definitely a really cool system. So I gotta thanks Zombie Killer or Andrew. Thank you very, very much for sharing this with me. And dude, you did an immaculate job. My only question is, do you just put the regular side panel on this, or are you just like leave it open like this? What do you do? I'd like to know. So yeah, maybe make a windowed side panel. It looks beautiful in there. Less the purple RGB, but you know, it looks pretty cool, and wish you luck in your future endeavors, man. So that has been Timmy Joe Roast My Rig. We've had a lot of cool ones today. I thought that was a lot of nice stuff, and you know, we'll continue doing this maybe once a month. So send me your rigs, tjroastmyrig@gmail.com, and I'm looking for the weird stuff. I'm looking for the Alienware Auroras with full-on custom water cooling. I'm looking for the Compaq Presarios from the 90s with modern systems and a windowed side panel. I'm looking for the chip dispenser of a computer. That's cool stuff. So I'll see you guys in another video. Thank you very much for watching, and stay safe out there. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Timmy Joe. Look forward to it. Oh, I should stop picking this giant motherboard up. Look forward to it!